I'm a psychologist, and have you ever wondered why do some people leave the toilet seat up and some people leave it down? No? Well, psychologists have, and research from the University of Melbourne, so here in Australia, sought to investigate this very dilemma of why do some people leave the toilet seat up? And there is an answer. So let me scroll down to the paper here. Here it is. There's a lot of reading here, but we're just going to scroll down to the key point and I'll read it out to you. So, this is one of the likely reasons. So, the default position theory. So, people tend to judge negatively actions that depart from a norm and believe that what is normal is also morally correct. The seat down position is in some sense the norm, as it applies for 60% of the toilet episodes in a hypothetical household. It is absolutely the norm for Jill, who never used the seat up position except for a possible non-traditional toilet use, so she likely sees the seat she likely to see the down position as the one where the seat belongs. For Jack, of course, the seat up position is the norm because he only puts the seat down for a minority of his toilet uses. This leaves a situation where Jack and Jill have different senses of what the norm is and thus a tendency to moralize departures from that norm. Jill has an overall descriptive truth on her side, but also perhaps a greater tendency to see her non-preferred seat position as a deviation from the default position. So what the heck does all this mean, you might be asking? Basically, whatever is considered normal for the person will be considered abnormal for someone else. So for men who have to stand up, men usually have to stand up when they use the toilet, right? So it's normal for them to have the toilet seat up. Women typically, actually for almost 100% of the time, have to have the toilet seat down when they're using the toilet. So that becomes normal to them. So for men, they only have to do it every so often, right? To do, a number two, right? So they don't have to put it down every here and there. Whereas women, it's 100% of the time. So that becomes normalized. That behavior of keeping it up, if you're a man, becomes normalized because that's what's normal, because that's how you have to use the toilet. Men have to stand up and aim the sausage, majority of the time, right? So it's normal for us to have the seat up. So that's one of the key explanations. Another quick explanation that I'll very briefly canvass on this paper here basically talks about. So this basically talks about how women tend to be more disgust sensitive than men. So they tend to be able to see or perceive, contamination and germs more readily than men on average, according to this one study. So women might keep the toilet seat down for their general tendency to predict and want to contain contamination and germs, and they just might see it as more gross, whereas men on average tend to bypass the germ sort of dilemma, I suppose you could say. The sort of, well, I'm not sick now, so it ain't going to make me sick, as a basic interpretation of the papers. So yeah, that's the explanation. Bit of a weird video, bit of a short video I've done today, but I just had this idea of, I wonder if psychologists have tried to figure out toilet seat behavior, and it's mainly related to what the norm is for you. If it's normal for you to stand up when you use the toilet, you're going to have the toilet seat up, and if it's normal for you to have it down, then you're going to keep it down, based on literally our digestion and excretion systems. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more.